So we have different colors and types of chords. Some of them are major chords, minor chords, diminished chords, half diminished chords, augmented chords, suspended chords, seventh chords, and all those things. We normally classify these chords under three types. We have the major chords, which we normally call the primary chords. I think you've heard me talk about primary chords in my previous lessons. Then we have the minor chords, which I normally call the secondary chords. Then we also have the diminished chords. And when we classify these chords again, we have triads, which are 3-note chords, and then we have more than 3-note chords. So in most cases, the triads are basic 3-chord notes. Like for example, the C chord can be C, E, G, just repeated, just with the notes being repeated over and over again. But those are the triads, the 3-note chords. Then when it comes to the 4-note chords, we have the 7th chords, where you get the root, 3rd, 5th, and add the 7th to have 7th chords. Then we have the dominant 7th chords and all those. All these chords have certain qualities, colors, and characteristics. For example, major chords. For purposes of learning, we are going to use the key of C major and of course other related keys once in a while, but we shall use that for purposes of uniformity for everyone's ease of understanding, because I've mainly been teaching in that key, but once in a while I'll bring in some other keys that we've also learned about. So for example, in the key of C, we have the C chord, F chord, and the G chord. Those are the major chords. You can hear they are bright, they are bright and happy chords. They are chords normally used to make danceable music you can dance to, music you can just sing and have fun. And I think you've heard it in thousands and thousands of songs. If you have African songs, Western songs, and all other songs, even classical songs, church music, and all that. If you've missed a lesson about 3-chord progressions, you can check it out on my channel. I'll put it in the link. They are basically so they are fun chords to play with. They are amazing, they are nice, and they are very easy to use to make chords. And so they have those characteristics. They are bright, they are happy sound, and they are danceable. And we call those chords 1, 4, 5. And those are the major chords. So in every key, those chords, the 1, the 4, and 5, they are major. So even when you go to another key, like G, they sound the same, but they are different in different keys. So in every key that you go to, you'll find the 1, the 4, the 5. Okay? And then we have another color of chords. That is the those chords are called minor chords, and they are the 2, the 3, and the 6 chord. And from the quality that you've heard when I was playing them, they are dark, they are sad, reflective, and they evoke a certain emotion. So there's no way I can play. Immediately I close my eyes. So there are chords that, help to bring out that, if you're going through a certain emotion, or if the composer or writer or producer is going through a certain emotion, they tell their story through such. Of course, we mix them once in a while to still combine and make things a little brighter and dark to tell the story. But they are that kind of they have that color or that ability to bring out that energy, to cause you to reflect, to cause you to slow down, to cause you to think, and kind of be like that. So those are the minor chords, and they take the numbers 2, 3, and 6. For example, in the key of C we have D minor 2, we have E minor 3, and then A minor as the 6th chord. So those are the minor chords in the key of C. If we try out another key, like for example the key of G, the 2 chord is A minor, the 3 chord is B minor, and the 6th chord is minor. And I think you can still hear the sound is mellow, it is sad, sorrowful, and it's emotional. They are emotional chords. So in every key, and now in every key, so whether in the key of C, whether in the key of G, they are given those numbers, the 2, the 3, and the 6. So we're heading somewhere. So hang around with me. So we have another type of chord, the third type of chord, which is the 7th chord in every key. And that is the half diminished and the diminished chords. So for example, in the key of C, as you can know, we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B. That is the 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that 7th note in the scale is always where that 7th degree chord, the diminished or the half diminished chord, starts from. So we have the B half diminished here and the B diminished chords. So those two. So the diminished chord takes the number 7 in the chords in any key. So it is a 7th chord, not the other type of 7th chords, but the 7th number when you're numbering the key, the chords. So the diminished chord, it is also dark like the minor chords. It is dark, it is reflective, but it's also creepy. It has like a kind of weird sound, but it also has what we call tension. So these are some of the chords that we rarely use. I think I told you before in my previous lessons that we'll not talk about this chord like previously, that we'll talk about it in our music theory lessons. So these some of the chords that they are rarely used, especially in our common styles, but they are highly employed in styles like jazz and other types of music. So it is the 7th chord. It is dark, it is emotional, it is creepy, and full of tension, and demands for resolution. And when you resolve it, you relax. So if you've watched some of those, kind of scary movies, they have certain styles or certain types of chords that have certain sounds, and of course they'll sure give you a sleepless night if it's your first time to watch certain movies, and it's because of the choice of chords that they use to make the music for such movies that keeps you at the edge of your seat. Tension chords. So they normally employ those tension chords that leave you unsettled until they take you where they want you to go. So now you're wondering, why are we learning all these things? So we have what we call the numbering system in music. When you are playing chords, whether you're a guitarist, whether you're a pianist, a bassist, a solo guitarist, or call it an electric guitarist, or call it a rock guitar, whatever you call it, we have numbers in music. And those numbers help us to be able to transpose easily to other keys. So if you are playing in the key of C, so for example, you're playing the 1, 4, 1, 5, or you're playing the 6, or the 1 in case of a minor key, 1, 4, 1, 5. And you realize that the musician on your band, on your team, or if you're a producer, you realize that your vocalist, the vocalist that you're producing is not comfortable with the key that you have created your instrumentals in. And for example, you realize that they are comfortable in the key of G, or in the key of E, or in the key of D, any other key, name all the keys. So for example, let's take, if you realize that your singer is comfortable in the key of G. So now that you know the numbers in all the different keys, you know that in the key of C is 1, 2, and all those other things. And then you also know your numbers in the key of G. So now it's your role as a band leader, or as a guitarist or producer, to find out the numbers. You can even write them down, so that now you're thinking more of numbers than chords. So that if I'm going to another key, I know, okay, I've been playing 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 4, 1, 5. So my singer is in the key of G, 1, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 4, 1, 5. So it becomes easy when I start thinking numbers rather than thinking chords, because now if I'm in the key of C and I'm thinking C, F, C, G. Now when I go to the key of G, I have to really think hard. Okay, now what are the chords? What are the chords? But if I know the numbers, okay, 1, 4, 1, 5. So go to the key of G, 1, 1, 4, 1, 5. Go to the key of D, 1, 4, 1, 5. Go to the key of E, 1, 4, 1, 5. Go to the key of A, 1, 4, 1, 5. So that numbering system helps you to be able to transpose easily to other keys without much struggle and without overthinking which chords am I going to play now, because you already know the numbers, you already know the chords. So when you're in your bedroom or in your practice room and it's practice time, you're practicing for a song, for a studio session, you're going to do something, try to get the chords. If, for example, you download the chords and they are in the key of C, try to sit down and note down, okay, these are the chords, it is C, it is E, and this, but what are the numbers? Such that in case I'm approached with another key, if I have to play it in another key, I can easily play them, such that you write down the numbers, such that it's very easy for you, even when you're on stage and they say, okay, we are going to the key of D. Okay, key of D, this, and that. Okay, so even if it's minor chords like A minor, it's 1. So if you've missed out my lesson on minor chords, please do try it out and you learn the chords, so you can be able to do this much more easily. So 1, 4, 1, 5, or 5. So if I go to the key of G, I have to know now it's 1, 4, 1, 5. So you see, it helps me to play. It doesn't matter which key, it does work. So the numbers do work. So even if you have a chord progression which is more than one chord, so it's 1, 6, 3. When I go to the key of G, it's 1, 6, 3. So that is the numbering system and how it helps us. And then, of course, the different chords and the different colors of the chords. I hope you have learned a lot from today's lesson. Do subscribe in case you haven't. Give us a like. Leave me a comment and let me know how I can help you. And generally, even if you just like my lessons, you can let me know. And you can also let me know how I can be of help, such that we can grow together and become better musicians. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson.